Okay, guys. Good morning from Copenhagen. We got Nick in Northwest. We got Gats in Wellington.
That's right. Good morning.
Not morning where you at, but
No, evening.
yeah. What time is it now, Gats?
6:35 p.m.
Okay. So yeah, but there's a big time difference. Nick, you hooked us up with Gats. Nick, maybe you can just briefly introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Nick, director of Hobe Coffee, and I guess made the connection between Prolog and Maraho Trading Company. I think that's all there is to say.
And Gats, who are you?
Yeah. Hey guys. My name is Gads, easy to pronounce. I'm the co-owner with my brother Karthik of Maraho Trading Company in Rwanda. And we met Nick in New Zealand, and he has helped us through Hobe Coffee to introduce our coffees into the Danish market. It's thank you.
Super cool. Guys, the reason why you're here is because we have Bumbogo in this month's subscription. We've been working with Shira for the last 3 years. We had Vunga last year, and then I think the 2 other previous year we worked with Rugali. I tasted Bumbogo in 2018 for World of Coffee with Unique. We cupped it, I remember, in Amsterdam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was pretty amazed about it. And now we finally have it here in 2021. Guys, can you take me a little bit through what is Bumbogo and what it is?
Sure. So Bumbogo is our partner station that we work with a company called Neza Trading Company. It's owned by a good friend of ours called Emmanuel. So we partner with him, and we are responsible for the processing of this station, and it's under the Maraho brand. And we've been doing this. They've been going for 5 years now. This station. It's located in the northern region of Rwanda in a district called Gakenke, which is very, very renowned in Rwanda for a lot of Cup of Excellence lots. If you look at the previous history of Rwanda Cup of Excellence, a lot of the highest scoring lots come from this region in Gakenke. And this area is when Bumbogo, we've been working with almost 1,200 farmers in this region. And we've expanded the station a lot from its first year to what it is now. We've added another 104 drying tables. So if you look at all our coffee stations and look at size-wise, Bumbogo is one of the biggest of the stations, and it has the capacity to produce almost 800 metric tons of coffee cherries in a season if it wants to.
It's also the station that I learned how to process coffee in.
True, you did too.
Okay. Can you take us a little bit through that, Nick?
Yeah, sure. Well, I guess what we did was we were helped with the process of the fermentation. So when you, I guess the process for the washed process, which is what Bumbogo that Prolog have bought is as well. You need to first ferment the coffee in, I guess, big tank. It's kind of hard to imagine, but like quite big tanks. And then you have a team of guys who are in the tanks stomping on the cherries to help like further break down the mucilage and like kind of speed up the fermentation process, which involves like basically running it back and forth across the coffee, and we're singing a song for maybe like half an hour at a time, right, guys?
Oh.
Yeah, it's around 25 minutes. Usually.
25 minutes. It's like these guys are super fit because they're doing this all day. And it's like, I think after 25 minutes in the heat, I was like completely wrecked. So like there's pictures, you can see me just like really looking like I'm super, super exhausted. And then after the fermentation has finished, Gaz, how long is it normally at Bumbogo for this?
So we normally ferment for 12 hours overnight
Yeah.
during the coolest part of the day. We don't ferment during the hot part. And then,
Yeah.
as Nick said, we do the stomping of the fermentation, and then it goes into what we call the serpentine channels. And that's where you grade the coffees against the pressure of water to separate the more dense beans to essentially the lower dense beans. And then goes on to the next phase, which is the pre-sorting sheds, where that's where the elimination of most defects. When the coffee is wet in the first 2 hours, you can eliminate defects because they're much more visible to the eye. As soon as the parchment and the coffee gets drier, it gets harder until you take it to the dry mill, and then you get the husk off, and that's when you can repick. And then so we have intensive amounts of hand picking during that phase, and that's where we believe is the number one most important hand picking stage in order to eliminate defects, including the potato defect. Then it goes on to the drying tables for around 25 days, where constant turning based on temperatures and constant hand picking gets done before we bag it off, and off it goes to dry mill.
Yeah. And we received we received some of that, which we are super grateful for. Nice. And we are really looking forward to work with this coffee. What can we expect from this year? How has the previous season been? Weather-wise, and has there been any predicted things or unexpected things? Can you take me a little bit through what you did this season with the Bumbogo?
Yeah. So with Bumbogo this season, it was it's been a year of heavy rain. Really heavy rain. So a season meaning the one that's just been 2020. So 2021 looks okay. So this year we've just actually started the harvest as of 2 days ago in Bumbogo. We've had the first picks. Yeah, exactly. Nice. So 2021 harvest has begun. But then last year we had a lot of rain. So what happens is when there's heavy rains, a lot of the cherries kind of overripe a bit too fast, and then they start to get moldy. So we lost a little bit of cherry percentage because of unexpected rains. Like normally in December, January, we wouldn't get the level of rains we were getting in 2019, 2020 for the 2020 harvest, if that makes sense. Yeah. Excess amount, like never before seen. And I don't know if you guys have been and your subscribers know about the floods we had in the Nyabihu district, which absolutely were some of the worst we've seen in Rwanda's history, and a lot of people lost their lives. And we've had a fundraising campaign still going on for it. But luckily,
we shared that also on our social media. So
exactly,
because we were paying a lot of attention for it. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Yes.
No, I appreciate the support. And yeah, what I was trying to say is the main issue we faced was the rain. But this year it looks good. I mean, we're looking as if we're going to have a balanced harvest, and I expect quality to increase this year. And I think the coffees are going to be much sweeter from Bumbogo from what we see as of now. Touch wood. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, but I can only say that I've been enjoying Bumbogo a lot. Yesterday I had the Bumbogo actually as an espresso in the coffee bar. Super tasty, very rich, quite very fruity of red berries.
Yeah,
had some tea delicate balance as well. So really nice. Brilliant. But guys, thank you so much for your time and taking us through this beautiful project Bumbogo. Hopefully soon we can go and visit the farms together.
Yeah, please
do. Rwanda,
yeah.
when this thing COVID is mostly over. I don't know.
Whenever that is.
Whenever that finishes. Oh man, yeah.
2030. Guys, thank you so much for your time, and
thank you.
See you around. Ciao.
Pleasure. Ciao.
Bye.